see, soon as my little red box shows up, and there it is. There's our little red box, and that means that we are getting ready for tonight's program. And I think this has been really good, really exciting. So I'm glad that we're going to have an opportunity to report the findings tonight. It's been cool, very, very good,
Yes.
and also talk about something that may be new. And
It,
I think that's going to be fun. We're going to mention that tonight. Yes.
I can't believe it's going by so fast.
I know. I know. I know. I know.
We just were talking
It's
about starting.
pretty pretty soon it'll be time for our retreat.
You're right though. You're right though.
Yeah. What you said?
I say you're right though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it will be. I don't have much. Well, we have something for authors coming up in September, but or September or October. But I don't have a lot on my personal calendar after June. How about you two?
personal calendar?
Hmm.
Well,
Like,
I
are you
haven't thought that far ahead.
gonna go see your little sister or something
Yeah,
later,
I,
later in the year?
at some point.
Well, you better think about it now, because
I
some
know, I
will
know,
get you when you blink.
So I'm
I
going to
know.
see
I'll be
mom.
texting you like the guy the week before. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm going out
I
of town.
meant to tell
No.
you. I meant to tell you.
I gotta tell you, I'm going to see mom the last week of this month.
Are
Okay.
you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Very nice.
Gotta
So
go.
who'll be around for the 29th of April? Will both of you?
Oh, I won't.
You
April?
Yeah. Where will you be, Ruth?
I'm gonna be in Washington D.C.
Oh, okay.
Is that the weekend of the trip?
Yeah,
Did you all change the date?
from last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. We've been planning this for a while. COVID kind of got in the way.
I
So,
No, I didn't know you wouldn't be here for the reading. Okay, well,
Well, we passed our two
oh,
minutes, Alan.
All right, everybody, it
All
is
right, there we
that
go.
time. I
happens.
was giving you a chance to, get
in
all
the
it out of your
conversation.
system before we hit the
You
buttons,
know, you have to
You
stop.
know you better stop us because we can
We
talk.
keep talking, yeah.
All right, everybody,
Thank
here
you,
comes.
sir.
Talk to you later. Have a
Okay,
good one. Yeah.
here we go. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Authors Up. You have joined us here on ALH Broadcasting with myself. I'm Andrea Hines, and I'm here with Ruth Griffin tonight and Queen Victoria. And you ladies, would you like to say something to welcome our listeners this evening?
Welcome. I mean, I mean, just we're grateful to have you here. Have you join us. We know you could be anywhere else on a Sunday night. So,
Exactly.
welcome.
Absolutely. How
Welcome
about you?
one,
You have
welcome all.
words of welcome, Queen Victoria.
Welcome one, welcome all. We welcome everybody who listening in our podcast land, and we thank you for our viewers on Facebook. We still humbled. We're still humbled when we get the numbers, when we get the countries. It's just amazing, and we just are thrilled that you
Mhm.
tune into us each week at 7 o'clock. Sunday night. We just love it.
Yes, we do. We do. We do. And we love being able to share different things with you. And we love it when we can include you in the journey,
Mhm.
which is what we have done over the last month. And that has been exciting, exciting, exciting. But we're going to start off with our week in review. And Ruth, I got you down to start first this evening.
Yeah, I saw that about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
All right. So a year ago, I did an interview with a magazine called Fruit of May, and it it never happened. It was never aired. And I thought, okay, I think about it every once in a while. I'm like, okay, that was cool. She contacted me about 3 weeks ago. She said, we're finally going to air it end of this month for Women's History Month. So you guys
Oh,
can be on the outlook for that. It highlights, focuses on my book, When Love is Angry.
Okay.
And
oh,
it
Okay.
was just, it was exciting, just to be featured on the cover in the article. I'm looking forward to sharing that. So
that's
Cover
cute.
girl, you're a cover
I know,
girl.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Yes.
first.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it
Yay!
is. It is. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
I've been hi Paula.
Hey,
I've been on I've done several other articles, but this one first time I'll be on the cover. So I'm excited.
That's
very
awesome.
good. And what's the
Yeah.
name of it again?
It's called Fruit of May. It is a magazine out of Raleigh. It features um and this is the fun part. It's for and by African American women, and I got featured in it. So
You go,
We were
girl.
just talking about that.
Breaking those barriers. That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
So yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, yeah. It's
Please,
exciting.
please keep us posted.
Yeah, we got to
I
get a
will.
When it
copy.
comes
I
out, so
will.
we
Yeah.
can we
So
I
can.
want
we'll
an old
we'll
copy.
definitely share the link when it's available and how you guys can get it.
So okay, so it's an online magazine or it's a copy I could get my hand.
It's a copy. You can
Copy
get
copy.
your hands on it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a hard copy.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's great, great, great. Awesome,
Mhm.
awesome, awesome.
Yep. Yep. So
Well,
Andrea, how was your week?
it was good.
Yeah. What'd you do?
Enjoyed it. How about you? No,
My week was good.
I'm just kidding.
Well, what about you?
Talk- we were talking last week, and this is something that I do want to mention because I have had a conversation with somebody not long ago, and we were talking about being a blessing.
Hmm.
The fact that when we think of being a blessing or being able to bless somebody, we always think of something monetary.
Hmm.
And there's so many other ways that you can be a blessing. And I talked to a friend who has health challenges, and we were even talking about the fact that things may not be going well with your health. Health, you may not be able to get around like you used to, but your mind is still sharp.
Hmm.
And there are many, many other things that you can do and tap into to use, whatever skills you have or whatever. So, with that being said, there is a prison ministry at my church, and I used to participate in something called One Day with God.
Yep.
And that was an organization that actually went into the prisons and ministered to the people there. And they had that one day to spend with their children. And some of them had not seen their children for years.
And
Uh,
these are the inmates.
these are the inmates. Yeah. And most of them were just about ready to come out.
Hmm.
So the camp, it was considered a camp, and the ones that we participated in, or that I participated in, were not in the prison, but actually the inmates those who were incarcerated got to come out for the day and
Hmm.
be with their kids. Very emotional, very trying, very some really good stories and some not so good stories, and
Hmm.
as life would have it. But I didn't continue with and had no desire to go into the prison but I wanted to somehow still participate. So I do these little books, and I call them pocket books because they can fit in your pocket. They're little tiny little books like this,
Hence, yes.
and hence the name
But-
Creative Writing. But I started doing these and got permission. We got permission to actually give them to the incarcerated ladies.
Mm.
The thing is that when I started doing this, which was before COVID, I was doing like 30 a month or 40 a month. And for these last 3 months, I have done 80 books each month. 80 books each month. That's 240 women whose lives have been touched.
Yeah.
A simple little book of encouragement.
Amen.
So there's something that everybody can do. There's
Mhm.
something everybody can do. I am glad about it on one end, but it is unfortunate on the other side that there were that many women
Mhm.
Yeah.
had an opportunity to experience that. So I say that to say, kind of like our challenge and everything that we did, don't dismiss things. Don't be quick to dismiss things or dismiss what you think you don't have.
Yep.
Look at something and say, well, I don't have it. I can't do this like so and so. I can't do that like so and so. But all of us have something. All of us have something to
Mhm.
give. So that was my little contribution to the prison ministry, and I'm glad they approved it, and I'm glad I get to do it. So I will begin. They go on third Mondays, so they'll be going tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll pick out a new book and start my process because I
That's
don't
awesome.
take it to a printer or anything like that. My trusty inkjet over here does does the work.
Oh,
And
wow. And then you staple them and all?
I do it all, yeah.
Wow.
But that is
Wow.
my quiet time. That is
Mhm.
that is my time. That when I'm doing it, I am at peace, and all's right with the world. And I put some music on, and every now and then I'll get up and dance to get my steps in. So, I just have my own little praise party. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. So that's my story.
Awesome.
That's my story for last week. So I'm gonna get on it this week coming up. Pick out a book and start printing and getting another set together. So that was
Good. You've
That's
missing
awesome.
something from this past week too.
I did what?
Yeah, weren't you on a show
Oh
Friday
yeah,
night?
I was actually interviewed on Whole and Beautiful, which
See?
is another
Okay.
LH Broadcasting program. So that was a little different, being on the other side,
Exactly.
not having to answer the questions rather than ask them. So
Uh-huh.
it was interesting. I love Angie Daly, and she is a good follower of the things that we do, and I'm so proud of her and her program. So you guys tune into her sometime. She's on Friday nights at 7 p.m. on
I
ALA
do. I
Broadcasting,
do.
and I love it. She doesn't have listeners; she has a whole and beautiful nation,
Nation.
as she calls her folks. So I get tickled about that all the time, and I think it's so cool. So. Yep, that was my week. I actually had things to contribute this time.
Oh, you always
Yeah.
have something to contribute.
Well,
So who's up next? Who's up next?
me, that I'm last, but certainly not least, right?
That's right.
Yes, didn't have a very significant week. It was just working.
Mhm.
But
That's
today was
significant.
just phenomenal. Today was phenomenal. My sister came into town and we all went to breakfast this morning with my family. And
Oh,
just I had not seen my sister in a year.
Oh,
oh,
wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a year. Yeah, so she left here, and it was just so nice. It was just so nice. We cried, and some of the nieces and nephews came to the breakfast, and I hadn't seen them in a little while. It just seems like since my mom left, we just hadn't been getting together, And
Mhm.
so it was just nice to see everybody. We took plenty of pictures and just smiled, and it wasn't long enough, but I'll take it. I'll take
Mhm.
it. And it was so nice. So I just been joyful all day. Just really
That's
joyful.
good.
Good, good. Cheeks hurt?
Yes. Yes, indeed. We laughed. Of course, we cut up, but it was just beautiful, and it's just nothing like it when the family all gets together,
Yeah.
So
You
it was
you
just,
you really you do a lot with your family.
we
Really
try,
can. You all really do try to
try
get
to,
together. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's cool.
yeah.
That is cool.
Got some new babies coming, and oh man, just nice to see the nieces and nephews doing well, and their families are growing, and it's just beautiful.
Nice, nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Very
that was me.
that was you. That
Yep.
was you. And that was your week. Well, this is the culmination
Mhm.
of the journaling challenge, the writing challenge that we did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think that the people who participated enjoyed it. We're going to go over some of the things tonight to share with those of you who may not have had an opportunity to participate, and let you know what went on and how everybody did. And it was just exciting. I did. I had fun. It was exciting. So, Ruth, why don't we let's start with you and
Sure.
just give everybody a short review of the guidelines and what we're doing for recognition for those folks who finished.
Okay, so we did a journaling challenge. We were journaling for 4 weeks, 28 days. Every day, you just choose what area you're going to journal in. So, what we found out was that journaling is not just a personal diary, it can also be a ideas list, it can be a prayer journal, it can be anything you need it to be, and it can be anything you need it to be that day. So, you may need a diary on Thursday, but you may need your task list on Wednesday. So,
Mhm.
whatever it was, we just asked you to journal every day and just to, you know, touch base with us on a weekly basis and let us know, hey, how are you doing? What were you able to accomplish? How are you feeling about this? Um, because if this is a habit that you can build, there are a lot of benefits that go with it. So, um, we had about 6 participants, and I think that they did a great job just doing what they were doing. And, we're going to be sending out certificates of completion and
Completion.
participation. And we just appreciate being able to share that with others. Because, I think I can speak for us. We all believe in journaling and the power of journaling and just the benefits of it and, even the impact of it in our lives. And I
Mhm.
love that we have more folks that who are now, I believe, believers in it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
Who can you tell us who participated?
We had some of our regular listeners like Angie and Linda, and we had some new ones as well. So, a young lady we met at a book signing, and I apologize because the names are escaping me right now. But
Okay.
we had a mix of regular listeners and new listeners.
I know Pastor Leah Gibson, I think,
Hmm.
participated,
Hmm.
and Jennifer Thompson
Yes.
participated as well.
Yep.
And she's she's quite the writer. She
Hmm.
she really wrote
Hmm.
some good stuff, some interesting
No,
stuff.
and I think, if you do that long enough, you'll discover that there's something in you. It's
Mhm.
not necessarily that everybody who journals is meant to be a writer, but sometimes the writer will come out
Right.
when you do journal,
Absolutely,
Right.
That
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Angie. Oh, there's Minister Angie on the line with us tonight, and we're talking about the journaling challenge. So, if there's anything that you want to drop in the comment section, Angie, about the challenge, since you participated in it, please feel free to do that. And yeah, okay, that's
Mhm.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Victoria, you want to talk about
Yes.
the value of
Yes. Yeah, when we had our descriptions of what the benefits could be for us, I didn't know what it would give me, but I'm telling you, the value of the challenge for me was the emotional and mental health benefit of getting my thoughts out. Sometimes my thoughts can race, and I could be sitting here, and I'm already thinking about something that's going to happen next week, right? So being able to, just stop and get my thoughts on paper, and whether it was just talking to God or just saying what I had to do, that was a huge benefit for me. And we had some comments from some of our participants of the benefits of the journaling. We said, "What is the benefits of journaling which stood out for you?" And one person wrote, "For some reason, writing had taken a back seat lately. So I am loving prioritizing writing again and
Mhm.
allowing words to flow when I consistently show up."
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing. That's amazing. And
Mhm.
I would have to say the same. I admit I didn't do it every day, but I was journaling more than I had before the challenge.
Mhm.
So I was just, once again, scheduling that time to write, or just making the time to write,
Mhm.
was just really, really important. And it was good for me. And the other comment we had, "I truly believe journaling will be a part of my life. However, it may only be weekly, but I do think it will become a habit." And that's fine. I like that comment because
Right.
it just doesn't matter. If you want to do it every day, that's fine. If you want to do it weekly and you write 2 paragraphs, that's fine too, because there is no right or wrong way to journal.
Hmm.
Journaling is a personal thing, and we just wanted to encourage everyone to just do it, like the Nike
Hmm.
commercial, right? Just do it
Yeah.
and watch what happens when you do it. And I hope this challenge really was beneficial for everybody. I hope that when you look back over what you've written, you're pleasantly surprised, and we'll continue to keep it going. It was just amazing. It was amazing 4 weeks. I can't believe it's over, but it's not going to be over for me. It's not over. I'm going to continue it. What about you guys? I know you guys will. So
I wanted to before I go on. Angie said it helped her to process some thoughts, but it was a
mm,
challenge. It was definitely a challenge, she said, but it did help her process some thoughts.
Hmm.
And I wanted to. We had decided we would talk about what was the toughest thing about it. What was the most challenging thing about it? I think for most people, it seemed to be scheduling time to get it done,
Hmm.
working it
mm,
into your regular day and your regular routine.
right.
Um, what did you find that to be a problem for you, Ruth, or a challenge for you, either of you? Or did you have a different challenge?
Scheduling has always been my challenge, so it wasn't different. It wasn't.
Okay.
For me, honestly, I've been journaling now for almost 30, 40 years. So
Mm,
I've come to the point where I know that it's important for me. My brain is just like, okay, we didn't journal. We need to journal right now.
Mhm.
wow.
That type thing. So it's become a habit. And that's part of the reason why we went daily. You know, we did it. They say, experts say if you do something 21 days in a row, it
Yeah.
has a greater, it can become a habit, and that is what you want it to do. You want it to become a habit. So for me, I've worked out that challenge long ago, and
Okay.
I just, again, understanding that, yeah, time is, that is probably the biggest challenge for most people. It's just finding the time for it. So for me, I've learned to use the technology that I have to help me overcome that challenge. So I do my journal on an app. The software, the OneNote software, and I dictate it into my phone while I'm driving. So, to me, that takes out the time that I have to sit and type. and I
Right.
just read it later on and fix any of the mistakes because no technology is perfect.
Right.
So for me, that has helped me, and I don't know who that may help. There is no right or wrong way to journal, like Victoria
Right.
said. And I would, encourage you, if you are a member of Reddit, the
Mhm.
online community, look up their one of their subreddits, the category of journaling. And people, I mean, I was looking at it today, people post pictures of their journals, their written journals, they draw, they write, they poetry, they whatever it is, there's no wrong way to journal. There are even questions, hey, do I take my journal with me? Do I have, to set some time? However you choose to do it, whatever your challenge is, you find your own way to work work through it. So, um, again, I just keep going back to there's no right, no wrong way.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
whatever form your journal takes, I think that helps you determine how you're going to um, overcome whatever challenge it is. So, for me, I use technology, and that helped me overcome. Okay, I have to sit down, find
Yeah, right.
15 minutes to write. So,
Mhm.
Mhm.
what about you,
Um,
Andrea?
I didn't. I think because I figured out that my journaling falls into three categories
Hmm.
mostly, and that is list. Because if I don't start with a list, I might as well just go back to bed. Nothing's going to happen. So,
Hmm.
so the list is always going to be there. The prayer journaling, and
Mhm.
what did I want to say? The task journaling. That's not what I wanted to call it, but when I have a particular project journaling, I'll put it that way. Those are the three categories that I find my journaling falls into.
Hmm.
And because of what it is, it just automatically falls into particular times of day.
Right.
Now, the thing that helped me is, and we're going to talk about it in our discussion in terms of how did it help you and all of that. When I journal and when I'm intentional, when there's something that clicks in my brain and says that, okay, you're journaling, this is your list, you're journaling. I was more likely in those past 4 weeks to go back to it, and I would go back to it in the afternoon, late afternoon, and read through, and anything that was quick that I could tick off, I did. Like if it was make a call to somebody, then I stopped right then and made that call. If it was
Hmm.
to put something in the mail or whatever, then I stopped and got that together to put in the mail. Now it may have been the first thing on my list, but I didn't pay attention to it then. So when I go back and I would do it that way, I was able to kick off those short things, take them off my list. And I found it just made me more productive. I got a whole lot more stuff
Hmm.
done. I didn't carry a lot of stuff over to the next day, which I am prone to do. Sometimes I'm so prone to do it that I simply change the date at the top and just say, okay, we'll just cross this out and make it Tuesday. Because I didn't get any of this done on Monday, So that was it. It was helpful for me in that area, and I found that most people, they either journal lists, prayer, they had a gratitude journal,
Hmm.
and an idea, their idea journal. So those were categories to that people kind of gravitated towards, um, in terms of the type of journaling that they were doing. Uh, is there anything that you would do differently to enhance your journaling journey?
Bernie.
Journaling journey.
Setting that time, I think for me, I think you guys have always encouraged me to just make it part of my day to write. Period. And I think I really need to just do it. Schedule. If I say in the evening, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, just carve out that time. Set it. Put it on my schedule. Just like, to be honest, I have an alarm that tells me when it's 5 minutes before 8 at 8 in the morning and the evening. I do. And it's times I can join, it's times I can't, but it's on my schedule, to remind myself to do it. And if I don't do nothing but share it, I do. So I think writing is the same thing, because I need to finish my book. I want to journal more than I am, just to get my thoughts out. So that scheduling piece, I got to carve some time out to do it.
What can we do to help you with the book?
I don't think you want to see it right now when it's raw.
Yes,
really
we do.
raw. You do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then let me put myself a note. Just send it to you. I will send it to you so you can just read it. It's not edited at all. It's just.
No, look, what's that other quote I always give? The first draft of anything is garbage. So I'm not calling your book garbage. I'm just saying, you know what? It is not complete
right now.
But you also say editing is a whole nother process.
Right.
So
I didn't edit
not
as
editing.
I wrote. I didn't edit as I wrote. It's yeah.
Yeah.
But it's clearly just not complete. But sure, I'll do that. I'll do that so y'all can see it. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do it tonight.
Okay.
So then you can tell me what you think and which direction I need to go.
Now, next week, in our weekend review, we're gonna talk about that.
All right.
And I'm gonna write it on this paper because
look,
if I don't, we'll come up with the opening of the program, and I'll be going, what were we supposed to do for Victoria? Okay, so
it's a short read. It's not a long read right now. So
okay, that's okay. Victoria.
Thank you for even offering to help. So it's not that I'm stuck. It's just, well, I might be a little stuck, but it's again that time. I haven't even done my taxes this year, y'all. And usually I've usually done my taxes by now. I haven't even done
got
it.
less than 4 weeks.
I know.
This is a PSA. You guys, you have less than 4 weeks if you're in the United States to do your taxes.
I know, and I've this is the first year I've ever gone this long and haven't completed it. Yeah.
Well, I sent mine over to the. We are not going to talk about taxes. Okay.
Okay.
We
digress.
Back. It takes us like that long to get off track. Look. I was wanted to talk about the book, Victoria.
Yeah.
Think about what's stopping you, because you mentioned it before, and see what you can do about that.
Okay.
Because I think that piece of opening up, I think if you open up in terms of what that concern is, you may be able to get past it. Because we always say that you can't conquer what you won't confront.
Right.
So
I like that.
Those are that's just a hint that that may be something that you want to do to get over that hurdle, since this is not somebody else's story. This truly is your story.
Right.
So yeah, think about that. Okay.
I will.
We're gonna revisit that next week.
I like that. I can't conquer what we won't confront. That's powerful.
Got to do that. Okay, now what else was it? We had something else. I had something else down too. We were talking about things that you would do differently. Ruth, is there anything? I doubt that there is, only because
Ruth is the guru of journaling. She got it.
I'm not the guru. I just have a little extra experience in it. So.
A little extra. Okay.
A little extra. That's all. That's all. I mean, at this point, honestly, there's nothing I would change about how I do. Recently with, I've talked about it before with all the stress that I have dealt with recently that I realized that actually I've been dealing with for not dealing with for 20 years.
Okay.
I've added an extra time in my day, and that is something that I have to be intentional about because by the time I get in the car after my work day, I'm just like, just put the music on, put auto, pilot, and I'm on my way home. But I have to make myself go, oh no, we're going to unwind.
Yeah.
So to me, that is a change that I made recently, and it's helped me clarify. For me, I keep a personal diary.
Hmm.
So, um, I also keep lists and all that other stuff. But for me, the biggest journaling piece is the diary part. And, I saw this quote the other day and I don't have it in front of me, but is journaling is free therapy. So, you know, it, I've been through therapy. I've had a wonderful counselor. Read my story. You can purchase my book, When Love is Angry. But it's all detailed in there. Um, No, I've been through all that and it was of benefit to me. And now, in the stage of life that I'm in, for me, journaling is a part of who I am, what I do, and, I adapt it as I need it. So, would I
Gotcha.
change anything at the moment? No, I've made recent changes to benefit me. And I think that, like with anything else, you you stop and evaluate what you're doing to see, okay, is it still what I need to do?
Right.
And again, there was a period in my life when I was like, okay, well, I don't need to journal as much. I probably did, but I changed how I journaled. And you realize, okay, I probably could have journaled more at that
Yeah.
time, but you just reevaluate every few months. If this is what I would need to do, how do I need to do it, when do I need to do it, and then you work on doing it. I was gonna say you do it, but no, you work on doing it because
Right.
nothing is, you don't wake up tomorrow morning and go, I'm gonna eat healthy today. No, that's a work in progress, so you don't get up in the morning, I'm gonna journal today. Yeah, maybe figure out the process and then go do it. So,
Yeah, and what you said, be intentional.
mhm.
Just be intentional about doing it.
My goal is to do more diary journaling.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I really want to do that because I think that that speaks to me more. One of my greatest enemies is my self-talk,
Mm.
and I think it
Yep.
would really help me with that. So I'm going to, not tomorrow, but very soon.
He said, let's be clear.
Yeah, let's be clear. We do that tomorrow. But I really want that piece. I want to shift and
Yeah.
do more of that. Do more of that and really put my feelings on paper. I was cleaning out some papers and many years ago I wrote a review of the year,
Mm.
and it was interesting to go back and read that. Yeah, it really was.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
was quite interesting to go back and read it. But that's what I want to do because I want to, if nothing else, if I leave here, whenever I leave here and transition, I would like for my family to read something that gives them a sense of who I am
Mhm.
and not just lists of things that I did. So
Yes.
I'm really gonna shift and get into that. Get into that. We've got about close to 10 more minutes to go. But I wanted us to talk about uh, quotes that meant something to you. Um, because Ruth sent out some amazing quotes and messages, and I just loved them. I loved them. I loved them. And if I didn't do anything else, I read those every day in the morning. I wanted to start in a good spot. So I read those. I read those in the morning. Did you have any favorites, Victoria?
No, I don't think I had any favorite. I liked them all. And I
Mhm.
liked how Ruth sent them, how she sent them in a little box and had authors up name in them. And it was just, everyone was motivational. Even the ones that came from us was great.
Mhm.
So I just liked them all. I just liked the way this challenge went. It was
Yeah.
smooth. And again, we used the technology that we had. I hope that we made our participants feel like what they had to say was important, and we motivated them, and we pushed them along in a very nice way. And I just it was just really well done, and I think I'm proud of what we did. I really am, and I hope that others who will join the bandwagon, and of course purchase our journal, because our journal is still available for
Mhm.
those who would like to use our journal to journal.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Um,
Did you
I
guys? You have a favorite quote? I know Ruth, all yours is favorite. But
I liked well, there were a lot of them I liked, but I like these in particular, and I'll tell you why. One said that the faucet doesn't flow until the water is turned on,
Mhm.
which
Mhm.
says you're not going to write anything if you don't pick up the pen and the paper, or
Mhm.
Put some
put yourself
thoughts.
online, or turn on your computer, whatever it is you do.
Yes.
And nothing's going to happen unless you start.
Yes.
And the other the two were, one was from C.S. Lewis, "We are what we believe we are."
Mhm.
And I thought that was so key, because people can say anything that they want to about how wonderful you are and the great things that you do. But if you don't believe it in
Right.
here, then things play out differently
Yeah.
in your day and in your life. So I thought that was important. And the other one was, "If I waited for perfection," and the rest of it was, "I would never write a word." But
Amen.
I finished that sentence in a whole lot of different ways, just stopping at,
Yeah.
"I waited for perfection."
Mhm.
Because so many times that's what blocks us, because we think it isn't good enough, it's not long enough, it doesn't have enough of this or enough of that, and we stop ourselves. Self-sabotage
Mhm.
is our enemy,
Yes.
but
Yes.
that
Yes. It's
that
not
is
our friend.
that's what can happen if we, like, we never get to the second chapter if we keep going back over chapter one
Yeah.
to
Right.
fix it,
That's
to
right.
change it, to edit it, to do whatever we're going to do. So, yeah, those kinds of things were important to me, to kind of keep me on task and keep me on track. So, I am like you guys. I really hope that those who participated enjoyed it, that it
Mhm.
wasn't a stressor for them, that it was something that they got the opportunity to learn from. And I tell you, I think that we discovered a writer in within this challenge that has led us to want to do something next year. And Ruth is going to say briefly what it is that we want.
Oh, no, I
Oh,
think you
Ruth
should
is
say what it is, because
I
you
think she
you
should.
you eloquently stated it in the email, and I don't think that I could
Ah,
articulate it quite as well
I
as you did.
agree. I concur.
I don't
I
care what
concur.
I pay them; they just will not cooperate. I don't even remember
The
what I
queen
said in the email,
concurs with Ruth.
but I will just put it out there. Um, we are going to do an Authors Up anthology
Yes.
Yes.
2024.
Yes.
Yes.
So, for you who have a story, for you who have uh, writings, for you who have journaled, and you've got things in that journal you want to share, we are going to be talking more about it, because we really want to be sure that everybody is working from the same focus. and
Mhm.
writing about the same kinds of things. But I can tell you that it's going to keep us out of a place of self-sabotage.
Mhm.
It's going to be a collection of work from a number of different authors, um, who who are going to contribute their story in a different way. We're
Yeah.
not looking for you to write the great American novel. We're not
Mm-mm.
looking. Ruth's got that all tied up. She got
This
she
next
got
book will be
dibs on
set.
that, as they say. She's got dibs on that. You know, just it, and it may be 5 pieces. It may be 5 pieces that you submit to tell whatever story you want to tell that keeps you encouraged, or that, you know, your story of triumph, or your quick story of strength, whatever it is. But we are going to give you more information. We keeping you up, Queenie?
She's saying it's time.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That
Can't cut the light off yet, just to let us know.
that is funny to me. Okay, I'm sorry. Needless to say, our time is up. It is exactly 7:45. So it is time to end this broadcast for this evening of Authors Up. But seriously, guys, we're going to be talking about this a little bit
Oh yeah.
more in depth over the next few weeks, because we want to we don't want anybody under the gun. We don't want anybody under pressure. We're going to give it to you, all of the outlines and all, that if you only wrote a piece a month, or whatever, that you would be able to be a contributor. But we, like I said, we'll give you all the details. But it is because of what came out of this challenge that we just see, you know, I just see something great that can happen for, you know, maybe you can't, and we talked about it, you know, small steps, big victories, small victories. Maybe you can't write a book right now.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Maybe you can't do a novel. Maybe you don't have a whole short story in you.
Right.
You've got a story about you
Yeah.
in you that you can share with the rest of us. So please, please be on the look out for that. Be praying for that. Keep us covered, that we do this the right way, and include things the way that we should. So that's all for this evening. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you, Queen Victoria, for hanging in there, girl.
Excuse me.
No problem. No problem. Thank you, Ruth, for all that you do, all that you do to help us to stay on the right track and on the right path.
Oh God.
And everybody, where is it? Where can they find us? Ruth, you tell us where we be found. Where we be found.
Okay, so we are on social media. Just look up Authors Up Show on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Your favorite podcast. That's where we can be found. We are on SIBM. If you're interested in being on our show, if you're interested in learning more about our show, you can email us at authorsup@gmail.com.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. Well, we don't have any book for you to get tonight, but I tell you what, get the journal. Get a journal.
Yes.
Get a
Yes.
pen.
It's the journal.
Whatever you need that's going to make it comfortable for you to put your thoughts down on paper. And we are going to be very, very happy to be a part of your writing journey, just like you're a part of our listening journey every week.
Mhm.
So we're going to be right back here. We will have a guest with us next week. So
Yes.
come on back and join us. We're going to be here right here at 7 p.m. So come on back. Come on back, because you never know. You have seen tonight. You never know what will happen on Up.
Good night, everybody.
Stay in touch with us, everybody. Bless you. Have an absolutely amazing week, and hopefully we'll see you right back here next
Get some rest, everybody. Get some
Sunday.
rest.
Yes, please. Self-care. Get some rest. Good
night,
night,
Brown girl.
everybody. That's it. Good
Night.
night, Ruth. Good night, Victoria. Love
Good
you
night.
guys.